BROCFML, a fantasy football league that empowers you to assemble your dream team, mastermind trades with fellow coaches, fine-tune your depth chart, and orchestrate winning playbooks and strategies. Immerse yourself in the realm of pre-game strategizing, meticulously training your players, and plotting against your upcoming adversaries. Then, witness the exhilarating games come to life through a heavily modded AI simulation, using Madden 24's next-gen technology streamed live every week. As the week's games conclude, catch the thrilling highlights clipped by devoted fans during our live broadcasts on the renowned BROCFML Sports Show. Embrace the excitement and join us today at BROCFML.com.
The first two regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in week 9? And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
Partner, you know how guys always tell us it's not about the numbers, it's about the win. It's about the numbers, too. Almost 400 yards passing by him last week. What can he do in this one?
Well, earned him AFC Offensive Player of the Week. Maybe he'll try to get 400-plus here and duplicate that honor again. Meanwhile, Lawrence is thrown into the hands of Pittman here. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. The numbers for him from a week ago: 11 catches, 115 yards, and a touchdown.
This defense is ranked near the bottom of the league against the pass. You get the sense that he feels like if he gets covered on any call, he's going to be upset. He thinks he should be open on every snap in this game.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Nifty move. He's got his tight end blitz complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Here's Lawrence going for Kyle Pitts again. He's got him again. Will go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. It's a throw again as Lawrence. He finds his man complete. It's Fox. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A good pickup there on 20 yards. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
Now Lawrence on 1st down. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Pittman. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. 2nd down and 3. Here's Lawrence to throw. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Fox. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive. But this is 3rd down. From the gun, it's Lawrence. And this pass broken up. But the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold him to 3. And his kick is right there. It's good, and the opening drive of the game yields 3. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, it kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And at quarterback from the University of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
And they'll fake the jet sweep there and instead hand it Kamara. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. The numbers there for Kamara from a week ago. 16 carries, 75 yards.
They put a lot of effort into game playing and establishing this ground game last week, and reward was a nice day rushing the ball. Helped them put a balanced offense out on the field. And that carry is an indicator that this ground game wants to be established again this week.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Herbert. And that is incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
So on fourth down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. It's a net of 40 there, a punt of 48, and a return of 8. And out will come the offense as they take over. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. The toss here completed to Pittman. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that's going to bring up second down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Play action. It's Lawrence. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Herbert now. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up the 4th down. So they bring out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It's fielded at the 45. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has.
And all the way in for the touchdown. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Caps are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track sneakers? Because he was gone. Big-time play. And just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes, steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too, because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be...
He's got a man complete. That one good for 37 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down. Now it's Herbert. And his throw is going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to his running back, Alvin Kamara, and it's 3rd down. But you look at this defense against the pass, just numbers that they haven't liked. Number 30 in the league right now.
And when you're getting ready to face the #1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively because you got your hands full. You don't know what you're going to face, but you know that that's a strong unit that you're getting ready for.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Another 1st down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Alvin Kamara, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Huskies have got it back to within a score. So, partner, it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well, because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. They go play action with Lawrence. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
On second down, Lawrence. He'll get this one to Pittman. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. On first down, Lawrence over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. When you look at this defense, they find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
And the easy thought process is that stopping the run is the least of their problems because they're facing the #1 passing team in the NFL. But if they don't stop the run as well, then that just opens up the passing game even more. They've got to do both.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. He's got the leg, but it's no good. He missed it right, and that will keep this a 3-point game.
And this is a commentary on today's kickers and just how good they are that a coach would think about running his guy out there to try a 59-yarder. Here it backfires on him, but as a kicker, you have to appreciate the confidence that they showed in you.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Herbert. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Goddard. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A gain of 32 that time.
Let's just call it as we just saw it right there, a breakdown defensively. Seems like no one went with the tight end, and no one really did. Had all sorts of space in the middle of the field. Yeah, everyone else was covered, but he was not. Big play results.
Herbert operating from the red zone. He delivers another to Goddard, complete. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. To the air again, Herbert. And escapes the sack. And he wisely will throw that one away.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he's able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
And now the throw here is incomplete, and with that, we come to the end of the first quarter of play. 10-7 our score after one right here on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football. The kick by Carlson is good, and that will knot us up at 10. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say, if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
That's some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. Short throw caught by Pitts. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
On 3rd down, Nixon. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. That's on the tackle, Penei Sewell. On 3rd down, Lawrence. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Yeah, that's a nice job there defensively to blanket those receivers on 3rd down. And as a quarterback, all you can do is just loft one toward the bench. Not too close, mind you, and live to punt the football.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Veteran running back like him, we've seen a lot of those chunk carries in his career.
And that's why you don't just look at his birth certificate and decide when a guy is done, right? Because you know as well as I do, in this league, as soon as you hit 30, they're looking to let you go if you're a running back. Sometimes there's a little tread left on the tires.
Staying on the ground on 1st with Kamara. 46 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I know we're just in the 2nd quarter and there's a ways to go in this game, but that's his 2nd drop. I'm wondering if that's a little bit of an alarm bell for them when they start calling plays on the offensive side of the ball.
His eyes already looking upfield on that last one before he brought it in. Down inside the 10. And touchdown! Jamison Williams, 44 yards. And his guys have taken the lead. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes it a 17-10 score. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. He's just been looking for some space. You know, I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
Second and 10. Here's Lawrence again. Out to the right and complete to Pittman. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 11 yards for number 11. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Mixing up the middle. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Lawrence will throw. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. On play action, Lawrence. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Fielded just inside the 20. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And it's complete, right back in the hands of Smith. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3. From the 50, here's Herbert. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I've got a good friend in football, always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
Keeps himself, and a big loss here as he's taken down. DJ Reader tracks him down away in the backfield for a loss of 16.
Like the footwork back there, I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. Here's Mitch Wishnowski now. He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Now Lawrence to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
So on now is Johnny Hecker to punt this one away. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, very smart play right there. Pocket collapsing around him. Love the way he moved around a little bit and avoided the sack.
On second down, Kamara. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down. Out of the gun, Herbert. And this is going to be incomplete.
And this defense definitely hit his head there on third down, and he's pretty fortunate. They didn't call for grounding on this one. That's a good 10 feet over everyone's head.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes the better punter may actually determine the outcome.
Here's Lawrence to throw. Targeting Pitts on the out route, and he's got it complete. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him the first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. He finds Wilson. Still going. He's got room to roam. And what a big-time play there. 52 yards.
And what a letdown after a huge play. He's going to pull this in and then set sail for the end zone. And he nearly made it, too. But he's going to be tracked down just short of the goal line. So a big play there that's going to set him up with 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Mixon. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Mixon again. And this time he'll get down close to the goal line, but not quite in as he stopped at the 1-yard line. They've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on 3rd and goal? Play action. It's Lawrence. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Caps are an extra point away from evening this one up.
This is where, as a tight end, you've got to really sell that this is a run. They're going to fake the give, hope the linebackers bite, and here they do just enough. That split second, that's all it takes for that tight end to leak out into the end zone. Touchdown.
Extra point right down the middle. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, The goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
58 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gain, they can run that plan any down.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And a good stiff arm there before he's brought down on a nice little gain. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Herbert running left off the option. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. A good chunk on the ground on the keeper, 17 yards, first down.
Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
They'll try the air now with Herbert. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
From the 31, here comes 2nd and a yard.
Now it's Herbert. Smith catches left side. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. The quick slant caught. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Trying to ram his way in, but they're going to hold him back at the goal line. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
Kamara. Touchdown. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
Carlson now to add the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run.
Taken at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. Now, I'm not going to say you completely abandon the passing game, but it would really behoove them to get this running game going more.
That's the identity most teams are seeking. Able to establish themselves, control the game by running it, have to touch it multiple times in order to have success in this game.
As we say, that's right. As we say all the time, that sets up the passing game. I feel like a broken record with that.
Listen, we can be broken records all we want. Bottom line is, lather up that big horse and let him run.
Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
Lawrence is thrown into the hands of Pitts here.
Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Meanwhile, Lawrence is thrown into the hands of Pittman here.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
And to throw again is Lawrence.
And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Well, he left no doubt about that one, because even though he hasn't left the pocket, he's got a receiver in the area, so it's not grounding, even though there was no way that ball was going to be caught.
And this one is no good. He missed it. and this will stay at a 7-point game.
Wow, partner, it's almost a little jarring to see a holder set up on the other side of midfield. I haven't brought out my binoculars to make sure on that one. That is showing an awful lot of confidence in the kicker to try and hit from 61 yards, and this one winds up no good.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this will remain a one-touchdown game.
One of the few things that hasn't gone right in this first half. They had a chance there for late points, but this one winds up off the mark.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt, and that is no good. And this will stay at a 7-point game. So that would have been something from that distance, but to no avail. Comes up empty as we have reached the intermission. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL here on this first day of November. We'll kick things off with an NFC East battle between 2 old foes, Philadelphia and Washington. And it's the home team who are out in front. Gabriel Davis, a touchdown reception. From there, we're off to check out another game. And you can see they are out in front in that one. The Browns trying to hold on and claim victory. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And they've gone to the half in that one with the visiting Saints out on top. The Saints locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter.
They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would, and in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case,
yeah, not the case.
Not at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about saying defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. It's complete to Williams. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara.
To about the 40-yard line.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And that is incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, Lawrence.
And his throw is incomplete.
But plain and simple, that's the second time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off?
He's
got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder, you think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the first down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking first down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a first down.
37 yards on the punt with no return. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you can tempt to play the field position game.
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Herbert. Throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
From the 41, here's 2nd down and 2.
Herbert off of play action.
That one complete down the field to Smith.
Touchdown! Devontae Smith, 41 yards.
And the Huskies have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
When we draw up defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
Carlson on for the PAT. And the lead is up to 14. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
Taking it about the 1. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. The last series for them a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10.
The drive starts with a completion left side. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 3.
At the 26-yard line.
Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Now Lawrence. This one into the hands of Pitts.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down.
And that last throw right there putting him already over 3,000 passing yards now for the campaign.
And given where we are in the season, Brandon, you have to think to yourself, if he stays healthy, I think 4,000's a given. I think 5,000 is not out of the question if he stays hot.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
37-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's Lawrence.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Fox. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Lawrence will throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
They'll try and run with Mixon. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. Remember, today they've had issues in the kicking game. Maybe that came into play there.
That goes into your analytics. You know, people always talk about should you, shouldn't you, what are the numbers? Well, part of your analytics is knowing your team. And with the issues they've had in the kicking game so far, the better play, keep your offense on the field and go for it. And that's exactly what they did.
Got a man here, it's Wilson. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
And I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the 3rd quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Joe Mixon, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Caps are back within a score.
I know the play ends up in the end zone with one person carrying the ball, but how about that big mass of humanity that guided him to that spot?
Yeah, they got there, but I love the dive. Always a fan of the dive. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. A 10-play drive that time. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon. And able to get this out to the 25. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Herbert's throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. It's caught on the right side at Smith. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw here, Herbert. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Goddard. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. This out quickly to Williams. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
It's 2nd and inches at the 41-yard line.
Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. His big game continues. 10 catches now and another first down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Herbert back to the air. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Chauncey Golston in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. Justin Herbert looking to pass. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. Out is Carlson now for the Raider field goal. From the left hash, this from 46. Carlson able to put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So give him 3 on that drive. You know, normally you'd say we'll take it, but the way points have been flying around, it feels like a little bit of a letdown. Yeah, you just have to wonder, are field goals going to be enough? Because as you pointed out, the way touchdowns have been scored, does kicking a field goal actually put you at a disadvantage the rest of the way? Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task. Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, playing the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's Lawrence to throw. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Lawrence. And the pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on for the 5th time here today. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. This offense ready for their upcoming series as we get a look at the former Heisman Trophy winner, Devontae Smith. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now. And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver. From the 50, here's Herbert. Complete. Smith has it. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 99 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter. Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out. Again, it's Kamara. Oh, good move. The tackle by Nakobe Dean. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Kamara try the right side. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires. We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with... And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. On first down, Lawrence. Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Pitts. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 13-yard line.
Now Lawrence. Staying on his feet. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Now Lawrence to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. And a fair catch is taken here, a step or 2 inside the 45-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 45. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Over the middle to Smith. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Herbert on first down now. It's Williams on the catch. 13 yards, and it keeps the drive moving.
A gain of 13 yards. And an Anchorage first down.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 129 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll run it with Kamara. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. Now they'll toss it out right to Kamara. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Here's Herbert. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. The kick by Carlson is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist, but time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Here we go. Gotta have it. Lawrence.
And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out, and the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. But down 2 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to go for it. They must have thought they had a play to dial up that they could get it. Well, it didn't work out.
They must have thought, as you pointed out, they had a play, and they were probably looking at the number of possessions that they thought were left in the game. And down 2 scores, they must have felt like they couldn't risk not taking a shot here and giving up that chance.
And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there, a 22. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Here's Herbert. And it's caught. Touchdown. Alvin Kamara. His 3rd touchdown of the game, 10th on the year.
And the Huskies look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Well, this, of course, set up by the stop a moment ago on 4th down, and now that might be the score that puts this one officially out of reach.
And it's a tough one because your hands are tied when you're losing in the 4th quarter because you know you've got to make something happen. They couldn't pick up the 1st down, and after that, the air just went right out of the balloon, and you knew you were looking at a defeated team.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Now Lawrence. Got this complete to the tight end Pitts.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. He was over 100 receiving last week. He's over 100 now this week as he's got a 1st down as well.
From midfield now, Lawrence. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Here's Lawrence. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts.
His big game continues. 10 catches now and another 1st down.
Good for a Buenos Aires 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Lawrence will throw.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Incomplete. Leads to 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on fourth.
And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence.
To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a first down.
That's another Buenos Aires first down. First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
From the gun, it's Lawrence. Pass complete. Joe Mixon out of the backfield.
Touchdown! Joe Mixon, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game.
And the Caps have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. All right, so this one not quite over yet. Back to a 2-score game, CD.
Yeah, and you've still got 4+ minutes to go, so when you think about comebacks, it's happened before. Now, it hasn't happened often, but you've got to think to yourself, let's be the next great comeback story and play this one out.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Now there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Herbert now. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Goddard. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think he continued to do so.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Trying to run down some clock with Kamara. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The situation for him offensively as follows. Down by 12. A little under 1:50 remaining. Field goals, useless at this point. They need 2 touchdowns, and they need them in short order.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence.
Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
Lawrence.
They'll set up the screen here to mix him. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
One timeout at their disposal, but more pressing is the need for 2 scores, obviously. Here's 1st and 10.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Again, it's Lawrence.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
Boy, here's a big one. You can just feel it. This is third down now. On third down, Lawrence.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
They're going on fourth down. Lawrence.
And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover on downs. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining.
Herbert to a knee, and that should just about write it into this one.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right? Just us against the world and get it done. How happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one.
Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both sides, visit it, and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had a blast. One team came away with a victory, even better for them.
So for our visitors, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the home team here, the loss will drop them to